falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Eagles had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
18.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. He's past the 30. Past midfield, look out. And he will be out of bounds, but what a heady play, really. Picks up the missed field goal, brings it back across midfield to set his guys up in excellent field position. This offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. In the sack to Fletcher Cox.
What a nice read play by the defensive tackle. Nickel ball to play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got a man complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That will cost them.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones Finding Williams once more, complete. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Off play action. Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, and they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Etienne up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Jones now on 3rd down.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Jones
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Jones.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And it's a fumble. And the Eagles have recovered.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll go down at the 28. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll drop this one off with Etienne.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
2nd time in this first half now, Charles, and he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Hurts. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in here by Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. This is caught by Williams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Jones into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, it's Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jones throwing on first down. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive guys get called playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And yep, as a result, knocks it down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Jamison Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this is on target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Well, I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He's airing it out for Williams. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradley. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will take over the football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right right there. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Look at the big man rumble. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing.
Touchdown, Philadelphia!
Devontae Smith,
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
and the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones sliding out of the pocket. He finds Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Jones.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
They go play action here on 1st down.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Jones' throw going into the hands of Williams. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion and a little run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they're saying it's incomplete.
It's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that is off target to the right. Never had a chance. Not even close. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal. But when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, past the 20, touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now Jones to throw on third down. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down. Jones finding Williams once more. Complete. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch him between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
John Feliciano, the guard, the guilty party there. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Jones looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. On the end around, here comes Williams. No gain on the play there.
That's really good their job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's Jones, throwing to start the drive. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and this is caught by Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. A gain there of 21 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A quick throw there out to Williams. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Jones. Able to find Jones.
Short gain, those 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Jones. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds on the 45 to 44. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
On the stick. Ready.
A first down carry for Barkley. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Now Jones. He's got this, complete to Williams.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Jones.
It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
They drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
To throw is Jones.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Get a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Jones.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Philadelphia, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.